Welcome to The Journey Home, a comprehensive discussion on the power of planning, brought to you by Compassion and Choices. We are excited for this event for you all today. This event has been a collaboration with our African American Leadership Council. We have so many folks attending virtually and online. We just want to thank everyone for showing up. We have a fun, packed agenda for you today. We have folks here in live in DC as we're doing a hybrid session. So you're going to see from our panelists, as well as hear from our CEO of the organization, Compassion Choices, how we, the work that we do. And also you're going to hear from experts in the field. What have we been able to, the work we've been able to accomplish, and what are some tools and resources that we have for families around end-of-life planning and care. So this is going to be an exciting day, and we are thrilled also, later on to have Bishop McKenzie joining us, our keynote speaker. So just to give you all some insights on the day, we are extremely excited. For those joining us in person, please make sure to mute your cell phones so that we do not have any interference with our online guests. Without any further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started with the program. And I am going to bring up one of our African American Leadership Council members, Bobbie Alexander.
So greetings, I'm Bobbie Alexander, and I currently serve as the Special Projects Manager for the Office of Social Equity in Denver, Colorado. And I am deeply honored to be a member of this esteemed council. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and devoted members of the Compassion and Choices African American Leadership Council, welcome to the summit where the crossroads in Compassion and Choices guide us towards a brighter future. Today, we gather as advocates, leaders, change makers, bound by our shared dedication to advance equitable, compassionate end-of-life planning within the African American community. This summit is a testament to our shared dedication to creating a space where open dialogue, knowledge, sharing, and collaborative efforts can flourish. As we embark on this journey, let us reflect on the importance of our mission to ensure that every individual, regardless of background, has the right to make informed decisions about their own end-of-life care, surrounded by the support and understanding they deserve. During this summit, through thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and personal stories, we aim to deepen our understanding of the unique challenges faced by African Americans in their healthcare decisions. Our collective efforts will undoubtedly pave the way for innovative solutions, foster cultural awareness, and ultimately empower individuals to make choices aligned with their values and their beliefs. As we engage in fruitful conversations over the course of this summit, let us remember that our actions today will shape the landscape of end-of-life care for generations to come. The bonds we forge and the knowledge we gain will undoubtedly contribute to the broader movement towards a more compassionate and inclusive healthcare system. I encourage each one of you to actively participate, to share your thoughts, experiences, and insights, and to embrace the diversity of perspectives that will enrich our discussions. Let us seize this opportunity to create a lasting impact, ensuring that compassion and choices are at the forefront of our efforts. I extend my deepest gratitude to all of you for your presence, for your dedication, and for your unwavering commitment to a future where everyone's end-of-life journey is guided by compassion, understanding, and respect. Let us embark on this summit with open hearts and minds, ready to make a difference. Welcome to the Compassion and Choices African American Leadership Summit.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Bobbie Alexander. That was such a great entree to us beginning today. Thank you for welcoming us on behalf of the African American Leadership Council. My name is Brandi Alexander. I'm the Chief Engagement Officer at Compassion and Choices. For nearly 20 years, I have been with this organization where our mission is really to empower everyone to chart their end-of-life journey. Let's just think about that for a second. It's very heavy to think about your end-of-life journey, and that's what we're going to talk about today, several different elements of what that means. There really is power in planning, and there's peace in planning. And that's why we're here today. So we can hear about the different elements that really go into us being prepared for end of life. And when we talk about end of life, sometimes it can be a hard subject to breach, but end of life is a part of life. It's the natural cycle and journey that we will all experience. So the best way to approach it is to have those tools. And so without further ado, I will bring up our CEO, Kim Callinan, who will really talk more about compassion and choices in the work we do. Come on up, Kim. Thank you so much.
So welcome, everybody. And I want to take a moment to also welcome the people who are online. Let's give them a round of applause. It can be hard to listen online when there are some people in the room. So I want to make sure that they feel welcome as well. Thank you all so much for being here today. As Brandi said, Compassion and Choices' mission is to improve care, expand options, and empower everybody to chart their own end-of-life journey. And last year, we adopted our brand new strategic plan. And we adopted that strategic plan with the input of the African American Leadership Council and many of the people that are here in this room and others who are on the phone. And one of the exciting changes to this year's strategic plan is that in each aspect of our mission, improve care, expand options, and empower everyone to chart their own end-of-life journey, we have very specific objectives of what we want to accomplish. And this was our way of being intentional about making sure that we were living our commitment to the full breadth of our mission, rather than just the aspect that was most important to one community. And in doing that, the empowerment aspect of our work got elevated with a real commitment to be sure that we're reaching all communities and that we are empowering or we are informing all communities of the available options. And so today I have really three aspects of our mission that I want to bring up to the forefront. The first is that planning equals peace. I have seen time and time again that when one takes steps and plans for the end, that it has a positive impact, not just on the dying person, but on those that are left behind. And if you think about the importance of the legacy that one lives, that legacy is left through those final moments, those final interactions, the final 6 months of one's life. And if we can ensure that there's legacies of closure and completeness and love and compassion, we can have a positive impact today and tomorrow. The second important aspect of our mission that I want to lift up as you think about this conference is that information equals power, and that it is all of our responsibility and opportunity to ensure that people have the information that they need to be able to have an end of life that's consistent with their values and priorities. And what's so important about that is when one has an end of life that's consistent, when they've been intentional and have planned for what they want the end to look like, it frees them up to be able to live their life the fullest. So I think about the experience that I have when I meet with someone who's at the very end of their life, and I watch how they live their life, and they live it so powerfully, because all of a sudden it doesn't matter if their spouse left the toothpaste in the sink, because that's not what's important. And so if each of us gets a little bit closer to the inevitability of death, it allows us to free ourselves from all of the things that really don't matter and focus each and every day of our lives on what does matter. And the last message I have for today is that progress is possible. In so many areas of the work and our world, it seems overwhelming. How will we do something that results in change? But this aspect of our work is something that we can change, and we can do that together. And I say each day in the work that I do, I see examples of single people or small groups of people coming together and making monumental difference in the lives of the people around them. And that's what today is all about. It's about us coming together and making a monumental difference in the lives of African Americans. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for that, Kim. Now, as we move on, we are going to be demonstrating different practices that we use to really help ground us when we talk about death and planning. This practice is called libations, and this is a practice that has been passed down from generations to generations in African-centered community, African indigenous communities, and it's around honoring our ancestors. And we bring this practice in when we do events, or when we want to bring their positive energy in to be with us, to protect us, to guide us in our conversation and our exchanges today. So what we're going to do, we have a plant here and we have water, and essentially we're going to be bringing them into this space. And so what I want you all to do is, when I say libations, I want you all to say ashe. So libations, ashe. Ashe is a Yoruba term that literally means like, so it is, so it will be, we're with you. And it's an affirmation. It's like amen. And so as we pour libations, we're going to be saying ashe. And you all will get a point as well. It'll be interactive, where you'll actually be able to offer your ancestors into this space as well. So I'm going to start. We pour libations for the great, 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 great warrior ancestors, those original ancestors on the continent, across the diaspora, those warriors that fought, that resisted, that protected the culture, that protected the spiritual tradition, that were on ships that were lost when they were stolen, and that still resisted, and that came to this country and still restarted these cultures and these traditions. We pour libations and we say ashe. We pour libations for those ancestors that we know that recreated these spiritual traditions, ancestors like W.E.B. Du Bois, ancestors like Harriet Tubman, ancestors. Please call out the spiritual warrior tradition ancestors that you all know. Sojourner Truth, Marcus Garvey, Rosa Parks, Fannie Lou Hamer. And we say ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libations for our own ancestors in our own tradition, in our own families. So at this time, will you all say names of your own families?
Johnny May,
Ashe.
Freddie Lee,
Geraldine Johnson, Joshua Johnson, good. Ashe. Ashe, excellent. And lastly, we pour libations for the unborn generation, those yet to be born, those that are our children's children, so that they too can have a future that is blessed, that is for them, and that is purpose driven. We say ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Oh, beautiful.